In this week's live session, I'm going to walk you through breathing techniques and how these can help you to energize your body at daytime if you're experiencing a little energy valley or you're running on low energy levels. So I typically use these techniques if I'm heading into an important meeting, have an important appointment, or a situation that I know will need all of my energy and I feel I'm not on that peak level yet. So that said, I will also state that you will definitely need enough sleep. So these are not techniques that you can use to cut down on sleep. They can give you a quick boost. And after that, typically we get into the flow again. But if you're running on low energy levels because you don't have enough sleep, then you might also want to take care to get enough sleep because that's fundamental, as you know. So the first breathing technique that I want to give you is one that you can very easily adapt. It's a thing that will not take more than 1 single minute, and I call it the wrestler. Basically, it's only 2 steps that we're going to take. We're going to repeat them a couple of times, but it's 2 steps. The first one is to take a deep breath, breathing into our stomach first, expanding that to our chest, and we're going to do this standing. Okay, that's the setting with the green screen is a little bit bad for this, but I'm just going to get up. And then you go into wrestler pose and squeeze all your muscles. You know, you contract all of your muscles and squeeze out that air slowly. And then you take a deep breath and squeeze it out. And you contract all of your muscles, your chest, your throat. You could even, that's going to look even more funny. Oh, we don't care. And we're going to do that 3 times. And after that, we're going to raise our arms over our heads. This posture alone is known to lift your mood. So do that and have another 3 deep breaths. Just breathing in and out. Very deeply. And ready you are. And then you go out and hit the situation. That's a good thing to get into a short-term energy peak. It's also going to reduce stress levels because we're contracting our muscles. So a very good thing to do before you head into any kind of situation that you know that is kind of a little bit exciting for you and you want to be on your peak energy levels. The second thing is more meditation kind of setting or thing even. It's something called the Wim Hof Breathing Technique. You will find similar techniques in other cultures too, but Wim Hof made it famous, and Wim Hof is a guy who is known to hold all sorts of crazy records when it comes to exposing his body to the cold. Like I think for his 61st birthday, I saw a YouTube video. He went into a big barrel with ice water, so you could see all those ice cubes swimming on top of that. And he went in there for 61 minutes. Oh my God. So a normal human being like you and me, we would probably die after 30 minutes, but it's Wim Hof. And he trained himself to do so. And when it comes to him, he says, you know, it's all possible for everybody. It's just a sort of training. But what he does is that he prepares for this with a breathing technique. And this breathing technique is something that you and I can definitely learn and do quite easily. I walked you through in the podcast, so I'm not going to walk you through the entire thing here. Just check out the podcast at sleeptrust.eu, and where I'm going to do so. And also, if you don't want to listen to the podcast, I share a link from Wim Hof himself, or 2 or 3 links that you can use to see how it works. In one, it's kind of a tutorial. He's going to walk you through all the steps. And the other 2 are actually these breathing, I nearly call them breathing meditations. So where he's going to walk you through entire 3 to 5 rounds of this. Basically what it does is that we hyperventilate for 30 times, breathing in and out quite quickly and intense. And doing that, you can notice a tingly sensation in your fingers, or I notice it in my head, kind of like getting a little bit nearly dizzy. And after that, we breathe out and hold our breath for 1 to 2 minutes. And that's possible because we over oxygenized our bodies before. So we're able to keep our breath longer than we would if we wouldn't have done that without getting into any kind of critical situation. But what happens then is that kind of a part in our brain kicks off the alarm, and adrenaline seems to enter the body. And that's a good thing if we want to have energy in our bodies. And in regards to Wim Hof, it's also a very healthy thing, as he states out, because, and I'm not sure if this is scientifically proven, even though I know that Wim Hof himself participated on several studies, that this is also going to have a healing effect on our bodies. But definitely it's going to energize you. You're going to come out of this experience not with an energy of being hyper kind of energized, like it's a feeling of being very focused and relaxed and awake. So just a good thing to do. I would recommend that you just experience this. Do this only when you are healthy. I'm going to show you Wim Hof himself doing the breathing one time. Look at this.
Fully in, letting go. 30 times, 40 times. Whenever you feel lightheaded, loosen the body, tingling, okay, those are the symptoms. Intensify those symptoms by breathing toward it. Go with the flow. Feel. And you feel charged. You feel very light.
So I think you got the concept. Was just to show how he breathes in. So he breathes in basically first off into his stomach, then he expands it to his chest, and then you just don't push out the air, just let it get out of your body. And you do that 30 times in a row. And after that, you just breathe out and hold your breath for 1 to 2 minutes. And then you breathe in fully again, hold your breath 15 seconds, and after that, the next round begins. So a very intense experience. As said, I'm going to share the links with you. You can listen to the podcast where I walk you through the entire experience and do it on my own. But always do it lying down as Wim Hof did it. I showed you that. You don't want to do that sitting or standing because obviously you can get dizzy and can hurt yourself. So definitely lie down, and only do it if you're healthy, and watch the Wim Hof videos before you do so. I think that's the best way to approach this breathing technique. But absolutely powerful and absolutely something that I would recommend for you to do. Also, a good thing if you would like to meditate and you are kind of the type of person that finds it hard to get into meditation, to get into that state, then doing one round of this and entering the meditation afterwards is going to be a super fantastic thing for you, I'm sure. Let me know what you think. Drop me a comment, and definitely check out sleeptrust.eu and listen to the podcast if you like to. And if not, definitely check out the links and get the Wim Hof breathing tutorial and have a look at that. So I'll leave you with that, wishing you a lovely Sunday and, of course, a superb sleep and energized days.